With that down and out of the way, let's move on to main topic number 2. And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Jeff Bingham, who writes, with a surprise fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes and opening weekend box office, Bad Boys for Life has successfully overcome the stigma of dormant franchises and been given a new lease on life. In response, it's no surprise that Sony has announced the development of a 4th Bad Boys film, which will surely come out much sooner than this current sequel. How important would you say the success of this movie is? All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yep, Bad Boys for Life, a movie that I wasn't all that excited about. And quite frankly, the trailers did not impress me. I thought the second and third trailer were steps up, but the first one I thought was a really bad trailer. I know a lot of people were excited. I thought the first trailer was a pretty bad trailer. And then the reviews started coming out, and they were pretty damn solid. The reviews for Bad Boys for Life were surprisingly solid. Now, I had guests from out of town here this week. I haven't had a chance to go see Bad Boys for Life yet, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to sneak out with Ann to go see that probably later tonight. At any rate, so I didn't have a chance to see it yet, but it got surprisingly good reviews, and even more surprising, exceeding the expectations that they had for it. Bad Boys for Life did really solid at the box office this weekend. Bad Boys for Life made $59.175 million at the weekend. Now, some of you might go, wait a minute, I thought I heard it made like $68 million. That was for the 4-day weekend total. The actual weekend total was 59.17, which actually makes Bad Boys for Life the second biggest opening weekend in January history. Only behind, I believe, American Sniper is the only one that it's behind, which made like $89 million, something like that. So Bad Boys for Life sets an incredibly impressive mark with that. Following out the top 10, Doolittle, $175 million movie, made $22 million on its opening weekend. We're going to talk about that in just a little while. 1917 continues to impress with $22.1 million. Jumanji: The Next Level makes $9.5 million. And Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, comes in with $8.3 million. Of course, it's already eclipsed the $1 billion mark, and it just keeps getting higher at this point. So yet another $1 billion film for the Star Wars franchise. But the main story here is Bad Boys. Bad Boys for Life does incredibly well. And I got to say, I'm a little bit surprised because when I heard that the opening weekend projections initially were around the $40 to $50 million mark, I thought, wow, that's really good. And I could see it doing that. Listen, if Bad Boys for Life came in on its opening weekend at $40 to $50 million, I think that would have been really good. I think it would have been something they could hang their hat on and build on. Making almost 60, they got to be thrilled with that. They got to be thrilled with that. And I think it speaks to a couple of things. I think the first thing it speaks to is this: Will Smith is still a bankable movie star. Now, some people started to bring that into question because of Gemini Man, but the fact of the matter is Gemini Man never looked that good. The trailers never really told people what the movie was about. I enjoyed the trailer myself for what it was, but it didn't do anything to hook new audiences in to come see it. And then, of course, the word of mouth about Gemini Man was really poor. But everybody wants to bring up Gemini Man, but they keep forgetting about Aladdin. You know, Will Smith crushed it in Aladdin. And I think one of the big reasons that Aladdin crossed the $1 billion mark is that Will Smith did such a great job as Genie. So Will Smith's name in a movie does not guarantee big box office. No actor does, not even The Rock, right? But he's as bankable a movie star, I believe, as just about any. Again, I think maybe the only other guy I would consider as bankable as Will Smith is probably Dwayne Johnson. And I think this kind of speaks to that. It also speaks to just how beloved the whole Bad Boys franchise is. Now, I don't like the second Bad Boys movie nearly as much as a lot of people do. I'm not a huge Bad Boys 2 fan at all, but I love the first one as much as anybody else. But I'm not a huge fan of the second one, that's fine. But a lot of people absolutely adore this franchise. A lot of people grew up watching Bad Boys. For a lot of people, when you talk about a cop movie or a buddy cop movie, the very definition of that phrase to them is the Bad Boys franchise. So you do a return like this, Will Smith just coming off a $1 billion film with a beloved franchise like this, and most importantly, you make it good. It got positive reviews. You know that helped it. So it got positive reviews. Half decent trailers after the first trailer at any rate. Will Smith in there, the beloved franchise, and you make it good. I mean, maybe we shouldn't be surprised. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised. So whether or not they actually do a fourth one, which at this point, I don't see why you don't. I mean, look, maybe it's just me. I can't think of any legitimate reason why you don't go ahead and do a fourth one. I mean, it's not like Martin Lawrence's dance card is full at the moment. Will Smith, I mean, he loves making films that people enjoy and love. So why not do a fourth one? Like, these guys are still plenty young enough to make 10 more Bad Boys films if they want to make them. So if I'm the studio at this point, yeah, I'm putting the pedal to the floor and I'm getting another one in production as fast as I can, as quickly as Will Smith's schedule will allow it. I'm putting that baby into production. Question is, guys, how do you feel about the Bad Boys for Life third film? I didn't have a chance to see it again because I had people visiting, but did you have a chance to go see it? Yeah. What did you think about it? Are you surprised by the success? Are you not surprised at all? Did maybe even think it would do a little bit better? How do you feel about it? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.